If perhaps you might carry a heavy load in your vehicle. There is a state agency that stops trucks on highways for a variety of violations, and it isn't the Highway Patrol. As Gan Matthews reports, the agency paid a visit to Blanchard this week.
If you were driving any sort of truck around Blanchard this week, you just might have been pulled over by someone driving a white car with flashing lights and ticketed as well. But what agency was it that was doing this?
Some of those stops and some of that ticketing took place along State Highway 62 just outside downtown Blanchard. The people making the stops, it turns out, are motor carrier vehicle enforcement officers. They operate under the authority of the Corporation Commission. They're usually visible at weigh stations around the state, but they also have authority to go on the road to enforce Oklahoma's trucking rules as well as federal transportation regs. When they're out on the road, they take portable scales for weighing in the field. They stop and cite trucks that exceed weight and height limits. They have environmental responsibilities, too, that involve tracking substances transported from oil field sites. The 50 or so MCV officers usually patrol the interstates, but sometimes, like this week, they patrol state highways, too.
We had 2 officers working in the Blanchard area, and then we had 2 others working state highways outside that area, but near enough that someone may have said, hey, I was stopped in Blanchard.
The officers have authority and apparently used it to stop and ticket for improper registration and lack of insurance in Blanchard.
Last year, the MCV enforcement officers issued over 23,000 citations and over 3,000 warnings. So they are busy every day, and they will be back. In Blanchard, Gan Matthews, News 9.
If you've been ticketed by one of those MCV officers and you want to file a protest, you should call the Corporation Commission at 405-521-2211.